From my previous videos, you know that calling English verb tenses past, present, and future is a useless exercise. To simplify everything, I have divided all the tenses into either red or blue. Red meaning the action of the verb stops, and blue meaning the action does not stop. Also, in an earlier video on the English future, I explained how the English language does not have a future tense. To satisfy Latin scholars 400 years ago, English grammarians decided to use the words will and shall to express future meaning, even though will and shall do not mean future time. They actually only mean to want or to wish something. I'm not going to give examples of shall, because shall is rarely used in modern English speech. Now, when I say will means to want or to wish to do something, some people try to give me examples to prove this cannot possibly be true. For instance, number 1, this stupid door won't open. Number 2, will it rain this afternoon? Some people protest and say that a door cannot want or wish anything because it's not alive. It's only a door. And how can the weather want to rain? Well, let me remind you that humans are funny creatures who do lots of strange things, such as cursing, kicking, or pounding on a door that seems to be stuck. Are these people crazy? No, they're furious, and they direct their anger at the door as if it were a person, and curse, kick, or pound on it to make themselves feel better, or at least not feel so powerless. And what about the weather? Well, people have always ascribed human qualities to natural phenomena. Angry thunder, unrelenting rain, biting wind, merciless fire. The examples are endless, and of course we know that angry clouds mean rain is coming. So don't be surprised that will always has some feeling of wanting or wishing. Here are 2 examples to show the meaning of to want or to wish. Number 3, if you will come this way, the doctor will see you now. If you will smoke, please do it outside and not in my house. First sentence could also be expressed this way. If you want to see the doctor wants to see you too. The second example simply means, if you really want to smoke, please smoke outside. As soon as you understand the true meaning of will, you no longer have to worry about the nonsensical grammar book rule that you must use the present tense with if sentences to talk about something happening in the future. For example, number 5, if you come to my home, I will call the police. This is correct. If you will come to my home, I will call the police. This is incorrect. Why is sentence number 6 strange? Because you will come to my home is only something that you want to do, something you're only thinking about, but you have not actually done anything. The police cannot stop a person from thinking, from wanting. How can I call the police when you have done nothing wrong? This is why grammar books say to use the present tense with if clauses. But calling example 5, come to my home, present tense is stupid, because come is clearly future time. It's a blue form, which means it has no beginning and no end. And I will call the police is something I may or may not do, but I really want to do it. So keep in mind that if I will and if I would are usually incorrect, because they tell the listener that you don't know what you want. Another thing to remember when making sentences with if, usually, but not always, both clauses use blue forms or both clauses use red forms. Look at the logic of this situation. Number 7. There was an apple on the table. You can have it. When the red or blue forms don't match, there could be a logic problem. In example 7, there was an apple means the apple is not there. Red is not blue. How can one eat an apple that does not exist? For this reason, if sentences usually have matching blue with blue or red with red forms in the two clauses. Don't worry about the names of the tenses, because the names are confusing and are very unhelpful. Here are some more examples. Number 8. If I have enough money, I can buy the house. Number 9. If I had enough money, I could buy the house. Remember, red and blue are opposites. This is very important and useful. So, red means not blue. So, I say, if I have enough money, I can buy the house. Both actions are possible because blue tells us that nothing is stopping this. There is no problem. But when I say, if I had enough money, I could buy the house, this is not possible because red means stop. We don't think this can go forward. So, I do not have enough money and I cannot buy the house. Number 10. You will pass your exams if you study hard. And number 11. You would pass your exams if you studied hard. And when I say, you will pass the test if you do study, this situation is quite possible because blue means no beginning and no end. There's no problem here. But when I say, you would pass the test if you did study, we don't think this can happen. There must be some problem. So we know that you will not pass the test because you do not study. Of course, since these sentences are about future situations, anything can happen between now and tomorrow. But when we hear a blue form, we think the situation is possible. When a red form is used to talk about the future, we think the situation is impossible or very unlikely. For more explanation of red and blue forms, check out my previous videos on the names of the tenses. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you find these videos helpful.